Welcome to the Journeyman Cave, a podcast where we meet and chat with some of boxing's most seasoned road warriors, hosted by Mark Shakespeare and Chris Scarfe.
Welcome back to the Journeyman Cave, everybody. Round 18. With me, as always, my good friend, Mr. Shakespeare. How you doing?
Yep, I'm going very good, mate. And, hey, we've finally got him in on this episode, mate.
We've got him in. Do you want to tell us who him is?
Finally, we have Mr. Daniel Thorpe in the hot seat.
Thorpey.
And it has taken some time, hasn't it, mate? But, you know, after a few bits of persuasion and my wife going down to his house and to get his book signed, I think he realised that actually you're a good guy, as well as yourself. And, yeah, it was an absolute pleasure to get him in.
Yeah, he's one, like I say, that you've mentioned before, you've followed for quite a while in his while he were boxing. And what did he finish on? How many fights?
I'm not sure. I mean, we are, off the top of my head, we are in front of me, but I'm thinking about 120 or something like that in the end. But the calibre he fought were absolutely amazing. Obviously, I followed him because he were local, only in Sheffield as well. And after we had Peter Dunn on as well, he mentioned him. We had to get him on, didn't we?
They were good pals, weren't they?
Yeah, the smoking gang, weren't there? We've heard before, so I'm sure he'll tell us about that, and he'll tell us how he went in ring with Amir Khan, and it's a really good interview, to be quite honest. Yeah,
he's got a lot to say. So rather than boring everybody with our two voices, let's go and talk to Thorpey.
Let's do it.
Right, so we've got Mr. Daniel Thorpe with us today. Do you prefer Dan or Daniel or Thorpey?
Either, whatever you want.
I think we'll stick with Thorpey.
Thorpey.
Got to be Thorpey.
It's something to do with boxing, it's Thorpey, I think.
Yeah, that'll do. Well, funnily enough, time recording, we saw you about a month ago at Metrodome on one at White Collar, Neil Kirkwood's shows. And I'm only bringing it up because lad who you fought that night is the son, a lass I went to school with, a good mate of mine still, and she was having kittens that night. I mean, as you can probably imagine, he's only ever had one fight before you.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at list, and it says Danny Thorpe, and I says to him, is that Thorpey? I don't know. He says, I've not heard of it. I says, it might be, and we found out, didn't we, that it were. So I text my mate, I says, not to panic about. I says, he's got Thorpey, he's a former journeyman. I says, he'll just manage fate. I says, it'll be fine. So it calmed her down a bit, that. So that's the first time I've seen there. I mean, how many fights did you have in the end?
139.
What?
139?
Pro fights,
yeah, pro.
Yeah.
I've seen plenty of them, mate.
Yeah.
When did you get started? How old were you?
Started from beginning.
Yeah, from into boxing.
About 8-year-old.
Yeah.
And my granddad were mates with Brendan. And it started off, he just took me down to go and see Bomber Graham, like, just to go and watch him in gym. And then I started going Saturday mornings. But I think he took me to start with because I wouldn't speak to nobody.
Yeah.
I was right shy as a kid.
Right.
And that did me world of good, that, to going down to Brendan's on a Saturday morning. And when he gets you singing rainbow songs and all that crap. And
is it true? Is it true?
Oh, yeah.
I've heard it. He don't let anybody. He never let anybody in, did he? Until they did it.
Yeah, but he weren't as bad as that. Like, but he just did it. It was just a confidence thing. It was the best gym in the world, that, for kids. It was brilliant.
And Stable were buzzing at that time, wasn't it, mate? Bomber Graham and that.
Oh, Bomber Graham, Johnny Nelson, Brian Anderson, way back then. Yeah. But Naz were there then, and I think he would have been there a few years before I started. But anyway, you knew we were going to be something special then. I don't think anybody expected him to get as big as he did. Like, but everybody knew we were going to be something special.
Yeah. They sparred him, Thorpey.
He was sparring him all the time as kids.
I bet that schooled him, didn't that?
No, mate, he used to give me a right eye.
Did he?
I had a nickname when I was a kid down at Ingles, Battle Cat. Him and Ryan named me Battle Cat because I used to I used to have a right good go at him, but they used to pace me. But
I don't believe
I'd
that,
have a go.
I never believed that, mate. But like 139 fights, mate, that's something to be proud of, isn't it?
It's not bad. I wish if I'd have took it a bit more serious, I'd have got another 10 year out of it, I reckon.
Wow.
If I'd have got 10 year out, if I'd have got another 10 year out on it, mate, I dare say I'd have been definitely past 300 club. That'd have been the man.
I think I would have done it
easily.
If it had just not took piss towards the end and just I went self-managed towards it, and that's where it went wrong.
Right.
And it's not easy doing it all on your own. And I didn't have a trainer. I just trained myself, went down to a gym and trained myself. Paid a kid called Simon Bergin to come and do my corners for me when I fought. And I weren't training right. You need a trainer. You need somebody who knows what they're doing, managing side.
Yeah.
It just takes that bit of pressure off you, though, don't it? That and just gives you a bit of stability as well, mate. But some fantastic career you had, mate. Been with some cracking lads, but I want to start off with me first. I've got a little list here for you, mate. I've got a list here of journeyman we've had, and they've got a good record against these journeymen, haven't they?
Oh, I didn't.
I've seen a couple at Fife myself, like, and the first one, mate. You might not remember them, but the first one I remember were a draw. What did he debut against? Brian Gifford.
Brian Gifford, yeah.
He was a bit of a warrior, wasn't he?
Yeah, he were.
Do you remember all about that, mate? Or
I can remember it fate like it was yesterday. Yeah, it were on. I'm sure it were on one of Maudley Harrison Bills. It were at York Hall. That I can remember it fate. I was fucking nervous as hell. I think I went out first 2 rounds. I was like, Naz, I felt great. Catching him with some right screw shots and everything. Yeah. Put everything into it. It were a 4-3s and all that first. And so 3-minute rounds make a right difference. And I can remember John Ingle told me after the fight, he says, one of the other promoters or whatever phoned me and said, fucking hell, this Thorpey's fucking brilliant. Where you fucking got him from? And then he phoned him back after the second round. He went, he's fucked. Our upside fucking blew me son outright first 2 rounds. I think it ended up being a draw.
That's it. It might have been a bit of nerves, all that, mate. Yeah. Just getting it all out there.
Just inexperience, that's all it is. I think most kids, that's the hardest bit to boxing, just learning how to pace yourself. That's what. But you can't teach that anybody. You've got to go and do it. That's why it winds me up a bit when you've got these people in corner telling kids how to go on, and they've never put a pair of gloves on in their life. You don't know exactly. That's the hardest thing to explain to somebody how to pace the scent.
That's why I always say, I always follow journeyman around. I've told Scarfe that, but I never ever scratch the surface because I ain't been in square circle, mate. And unless you've been in there and experienced it,
that's it.
You can never. For me, you can have your opinion, but it don't mean not compared to if you've been there and done it.
You can't fully understand it until you've done it. You said no.
No, I see them YouTubers now, don't they? Didn't that? Is it KSI or something? Who brought that prime drink? I don't, but. I think he put a show on in London a couple of weeks ago.
Last week, weren't
and did you see that YouTuber fighting? Someone just hit him with a punch to the face, and he turned his back and quit.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh. So that's what that says. Until that's been in there, sometimes people don't realise until that gets cracked.
Well, I think a lot of people watching it think it's like that WWE. So I think they're not really hitting this, and they're not really punching in face. Can't be.
So I'll miss a Gifford then, mate, and then. One I saw a few of as well, were a bit of a veteran as well, Ram Singh.
Yeah, bloody hell. He were one of the top journeymen when I first started him.
I know, I'd have loved to get Ram on, but I think he disappeared off at Face of Earth, mate. But you won that one as well, you knocked him out, didn't you?
Would it knock out that?
I think so, yeah.
I didn't think he was. I thought it were a points, that one.
Was it? Well,
he weren't much cop, to be honest.
Sorry about that, Ram.
Cleethorpes, that one.
And then also we had David Travers.
Dave Travers, yeah.
What are you all right?
I can't remember that, to be honest.
Can't remember that? No. Well, I won that and all, mate.
I won a few,
Well, I'm watching these at the beginnings. I want to put these in.
Yeah.
Because we've got to put a bit of glory on the career, haven't we, mate?
Oh, yeah. I had a couple of decent wins and I got some couple of decent names on there,
You most certainly have. And then you went in with the biggest veteran of all, didn't you?
Buckley.
Yes. Yeah. 3 times,
was it? 3 times, Buckley, yeah.
How did they end then? All 3 of them, do you know?
All points. I beat him on points all 3 times, yeah. And he always said, Buckley, he always praised me after and said, you could be you've got something there, like, but it was just a bit of mutual respect between me and him. We know how the game worked and we just put a bit of a... I never took piss and tried hammering him.
No.
And same from him, like, we just put a bit of a show on.
I've spoke to him a couple of times, Peter, like, and he's so down to earth, and he's like you've been around the game for so long, and you should be proud you've come out on it, because you've still got all your marbles on about you, mate.
Oh, no, I'm not bad looking, am I?
I've got more hair than I have. That is for sure, mate.
Not one cut, I never got cut once.
No?
Didn't you? No. Really? I never knew that.
Not one cut. I got concussion in one fight, I never got knocked out, completely cleaned out.
Yeah, Peter said that as well.
I was down for 10 a few times, I think, but that was just like thinking, I'm not getting up and having done some more of that.
Who did you concussion?
A kid called John Marshall. A gypsy John Marshall, he'd be called, a kid from Salford.
Right.
He was like a light middleweight, him and fucking, as soon as he hit me in first round, I thought, for fuck's sake, he broke my nose and fucking...
Well, that's one question I always ask, I say, is there anybody who hurt thee? You know what I mean? Is that worse than being hurt?
Yeah, I was really hurt from that one. I fought a kid from Scotland called Gary Young, if you remember him. I felt didn't feel great going home after that one. It blew me out in about 2 or 3 rounds. But then again, he was massive and all that.
Yeah, some of them do come in big, don't they?
Yeah.
So, but that says, it's nice to know that, mate. And Peter Buckley 3 times. Then, didn't they also fight Joel Vinny or...
Joel Viney. 5 times.
Yeah.
5?
Yeah, 5 times. We had a eight trilogy.
I just share a room together, like. Just tried to pull up like on
I think first time I fought him, Cleethorpes at Winter Gardens at Cleethorpes, I can remember that. Come out to Daniel Bedingfield, if I'm going to get through it. Come out, sold a few tickets, I don't family there, fucking come out dancing about. And he fucking knocked me out in his second round, I think he was. I think I ended up beating him 3. He won 2, I think, and I won 3. Last, and it was a big show, Blackpool Winter Gardens, and fucking, I think he'd got a strength conditioning coach at Lotting, and I fucking knocked him out in first round, I think, that one.
That's got to be a buzz, that, mate. So that's done him 3 too, mate.
Yeah. He was a nice kid, though, Joel.
You were bound for a bit, wasn't you? What you like at Winter Gardens? I never actually seen her.
Cleethorpes or Blackpool?
Blackpool. You were at Cleethorpes then?
Did both.
I fought both of them. Last time we fought, we were at Blackpool Winter Gardens.
So what you reckon to Winter Gardens at Blackpool then?
Nicest place in the world, to be fair. Weren't bad, but no.
Wasn't it worst place that's boxed it?
Nah, I wouldn't say worst place. I would say...
I'm not on about like worse, like being off. I'm just about where it like small and, you know...
No, it was quite big, Blackpool Winter Gardens, but I think I only boxed here once, to be fair.
But then that's got one of my favourites, actually, Jason Nesbitt.
Nesbitt, yeah. He was great.
What a guy.
Character. He'd turn up at shows and it's, I'm not fighting unless you made 200 quid. He'd just turn up as a 200 quid or I'm fucking off home. And we'd back him into a corner and fucking... I would never like that, mate. He didn't give a fuck to him. He was fucking crazy. He could punch that kid and all, I tell you. He had a right dig on him.
I heard a couple of stories that he used to demand extra money. Stuff like that, I don't know. But that's what kind of lads I want.
I was like Buckley, me. I were a nice kid. Like I'd have got him, if they'd probably said, we can only get 100 quid, I'd have been like, fuck it, go on then. But I was soft as shit, like that.
Yeah, but you have to have, there's different sides to different people, isn't there, mate? And that one, Nesbitt's style, that one, really.
Oh, yeah.
I have messaged Jason a few times to come on, and he seems to go, okay, then he gets nervous. But he has to start phones, I think. So maybe it could be one. But I don't know what it is about him, Thorpey, but I think there must be about 20 of them journeymen, and they're all in Birmingham.
Oh, they're all in
Yeah, loads in Birmingham. All the kid from Birmingham, small kid, very nice kid. He was only like a flyweight, something like that.
I couldn't tell you how many there is, mate, to be fair, but we're going down. We're going down in a couple of weeks, aren't we? And we're gonna match C, right?
Yeah.
And touch wood, we're gonna go see Brian Coleman and all. Do you ever see Brian Coleman?
Yeah, I can remember him. Yeah.
And obviously, I don't think we'll ever get Nobby Knobs, but do you ever meet Nobby Knobs?
He was a right lad, Nobby Knobs. No, my mate Lee McAllister and Nobby used to have a right laugh because he would gay Nobby Knobs. You know that, don't you? And fucking Lee had turned up to shows and said, Nobby, come and give us a blowjob and fucking. Lee McAllister is the fucking maddest bastard. You ought to get him. I know
he wants to come on.
I know he went a journeyman, but he's the maddest. He's fucking crazy, that kid. Yeah. He's fucking brilliant.
Well, funnily enough, he's been in touch, as Lee, and he said, I have to ask you about when you had to fight each other. I think somebody pulled out of his fight, so I think did you step in?
Yeah, last minute job, yeah. But he held me up. No, he's a good lad.
But what you sharing? What you
listening? He was lodging at my house at the time. Yeah, he's obviously from Aberdeen. And he used to stay over here a lot. He was lodging with me, so fucking we'd do rehearsals night before, like. But I'll tell you what, Lee had. His record doesn't suggest it, but he had what a bang he had. unbelievable. He could punch like fuck.
Well,
but he's always been on fags. And only.
I've heard that
I've
heard that what King at Smoking Gang for.
Probably, yeah. Well, I don't know. They were thingy twins and all.
Billy.
Ernie Smith and Billy Smith. I used to enjoy a few fags with them.
Yeah. Well,
they all smoked. Buckley smoked. Nesbitt smoked. We all smoked. But like a lot of Eamon McGee, he smoked. Apparently he smoked like a trooper, him.
I've heard a lot of stories how they used to always put showers on when promoters come in and get steam rung with. And I thought they were they'll never outsmart the Thorpey. Nobody can outsmart.
I once went in for a fag in showers. We were at West Ham ground, and fucking Danny Williams was asleep on fucking one of the stretcher beds. I thought, fuck that, fucking, I'm not waking him up.
He's still boxing now, Williams, isn't he?
I think so. Well, Lee beat him, didn't he, for WBU heavyweight title?
Yeah.
Fucking.
He's a character, isn't he, is Lee? That is for sure.
Yeah, you need to get him on. But you will not stop him talking.
He's told me this.
He's fucking crazy. I love him to bits, Lee.
Yeah, well, he still has me an autograph.
Another one? Everybody owes this something, don't they?
There's three or four on hit list who owe me one. But Miggie's on hit list, Frankie Gavin, he owes me one.
All right.
But we'll not talk about that. Do you remember Dave Hines?
Dave Hines, yeah, I fought him, yeah. I fought him once, didn't I think? He's another way with Nobby and that, wasn't he, Dave Hines? Yeah.
Again, messaged him a few times and he seems to have gone quiet, but I think he'd be a decent one to get on as well. But I don't think we'll ever get Nobby on. He's gone off at radar. But,
no, I don't. Nobody is it?
I have heard from good sources now, from two different people, from Arv and also from Brian Coleman.
Me too?
Yeah.
He's a lovely kid, him.
Yeah, he's coming. Another one down Birmingham.
He wants to come on.
If only we had unlimited funds for Pierre.
That's it, innit? Yeah.
Or somebody who could drive us for note.
Yeah, defo.
Not just petrol prices.
If anyone's listening, more than welcome to come on.
Take a load of cans down and just get them all in, meet them all in the community centre one day.
Bang them all in one by one, like you. I mean,
that is a good idea.
Scarfe will tell you how to do he cans and he's in there. He can't. But yeah, I have heard on good sources that he's on good terms and he's doing well.
Nobby?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's good.
And
so he were a right character, he were.
Yeah, that documentary I sent you, Scarfe, in it, you should definitely watch that.
I'm going to watch that tonight, I think.
Have you seen that documentary in it with him? He sent me Brian Coleman from about 1997. He did a documentary with Nobby Nobs, Losers Limited, it was called.
I might have done.
So, it was great. Yeah, it was a great watch, but it would be a dream to get on, just to talk to him for 5 minutes.
Yeah, what a character he were, yeah. Great laugh.
I can remember Brian Coleman said, once about him, when he first went into Jimmy, went in with his missus, Brian Coleman. And he goes, oh, here we go, we've got a right looker coming in here, lads. And Coleman's thought, like, what's he fucking saying this to our lass for? And I mean, and he says, I'm not talking about her, I'm talking about you. And Brian just went, what can I say about that? Fair enough.
I like that one that he used to say, Nobby Nobs, when that parachute was coming, when it was Riddick Boyle, Evander Holyfield, I think.
Yeah.
He says that everybody thought it was Peter Buckley coming for it last minute.
I don't know. But something to think for future, mate, isn't it? But is there any fights that stand out in your career, Thorpey?
What?
That you enjoyed, or your best win, or even if it weren't your best win?
Best win, a kid called Hyder Ali. He started off as a big prospect. I think he won gold medal in Commonwealth Games.
Right.
And I were in good shape though. I were in right good shape. I was with Dave Caldwell then. I stopped him in 5th round. That my best win.
Great. You were always. Listen, I always used to. I'm not just saying this. I used to admire you were always fit.
I might have looked fit, but when I went with Dave, he got me in right shape. I've said it from day one. I'll say it till dead. I think hands down, he's best trainer in this country. From what I can see.
Caldwell.
He's brilliant. He gets a lot of bad press in that, but he's I love him to bits, Dave. He's always been bang on with me.
Yeah, Royston says exactly the same.
Speaking of Paul, a former guest and a big fan of ours, I think, he messaged to ask you why you didn't like him when he first walked into Caldwell's gym.
I can't really remember that. It rings a bell a bit, actually. Because he's a good-looking, pretty boy, wasn't he?
Playboy, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, all sat birds after him in that Royston. But yeah, it turned out we had some good laughs on road and that up in Scotland. We'd go out and have crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's been up Scotland, haven't they?
Yeah.
You get some good press and some bad press.
Up Scotland.
Up Scotland, yeah.
You get robbed a lot. You get robbed a lot in Scotland. You had to knock them out to win up there at one bit, but I think it's evened out a bit now, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's I like to think it's a nice place to go and boxing. It's a different atmosphere.
Oh yeah, it's something different.
Different. Did you enjoy boxing in Scotland?
Oh yeah, I fought in Scotland a few times. Yeah, once fought Ricky Burns in Scotland about a day's notice.
Wow.
John Ingle phoned me up. He says, I'd been on nights, and he phoned me up and says, I've got your fight tonight. Ricky Burns, before he got big and everything. And he says, you fancy it? I says, you can do. I says, what is it? He says, your flight's at 2:00 this afternoon. I says, all right, what time shall I meet you then? He says, that's the thing. You're going to have to go down on your own. Nobody can take you.
Oh, that's awful, isn't it?
So I drove to East Midlands, got on a plane, met somebody over there. Happened a couple of times, that actually. Got there, forgot my fucking gum shield.
Oh, God.
And I ended up putting him down at first round, Ricky Burns. And it were a close fight and all that. I lost it points. That were a close fight.
Did they deserve a draw at it, Thorpey, I think?
I'd say so, yeah.
So
then I ended up getting pissed up same night. Went out, a kid called Jay Morris, he was another journeyman, but a bit higher class journeyman. We ended up getting pissed up that night. I missed my fucking flight home.
The joys, mate. The joys, innit? So who's gum shielded then? Who'd I get a gum
I
shield
don't know.
off?
It was
You don't know?
Somebody from show. I think it was Alex Morrison's show, and they just got me one. And I had to remold it best I could, like.
And who did they corner? Just someone you face?
I did that a lot of time. I've turned up on my own loads of times, and that's the thing about boxing. You can turn up, and it is a rate good. People talk about boxing family and all that. It doesn't matter who they are. They've all got respect for one another, whether you're a journeyman or you're world champion. It's brilliant. That's a good thing about boxing.
Yeah, it's like you say, you do see the same people, don't you?
Yeah.
As you're going round, it becomes a tight-knit family, which you've always mentioned before. And
I think it's just that mutual respect they've got for each other, because everybody knows how hard it is to get in there and do it. Like so, yeah.
So going on to the further career then, Thorpey. I mean, were Amir Khan the most flashiest and thingy when they had it?
Yeah, I'd say so. It's probably best I fought, yeah.
Your best you fought as well, you think?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. I fought some good ones, like
Gavin
Rees. I fought John Murray, Gavin Rees, Kevin Mitchell. They were all brilliant, like. Fought loads and loads of good ones. Derry Matthews, he stood out. He held me up him. He could have done me a bit.
Don't go too far in front, Thorpey. I've got these wrote down.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Amir Khan, he were very good. His hand speed was second to none. He just looked like he was just throwing flurries, but everyone had the all-hit target fucking perfect. I'm like, I wanted to stop and kick him in balance to be fair, like that. Yeah, he was very good.
Was it a crazy night and all? Like, was it a big...
unbelievable.
I can imagine it.
I've never had experience like it. Was fantastic. All going to ring, people trying to leaning out, trying to touch you and that. It was right good.
Brilliant, mate.
Me and Dave went out night after when we got back down round Rotherham with people coming up for autographs and like didn't last very long. Like,
nice.
Back at work a couple of days after we were all back to fucking normal.
What a nice payday for you, mate.
$5,000.
Oh, well, I won't ask how much, but that's not a bad effort, is it?
I don't mind telling you. I were all right for 4 rounds. Well, we only went 2, like, but it weren't bad.
Nice little learning for you, that, mate. And so, like, it's funny you mention Colwell, because, like you said, sometimes he does get a bit of bad press, but we've never had all bad said about him, and you're the second or third person who has told us that they believe it's best trainer over here.
Oh, he's brilliant. Super dedicated. He's studied his game inside out. He's fantastic. He's brilliant. I think it speaks for his son what he's done on it. And it's so... He deserves everything he gets, because he's worked his bollocks off, and he's put his house online, his wrists, everything. And he gets a lot of people call him a snake and all the rest of it, but fucking nobody's perfect. Everybody's done a bit of shit or whatever they've done, but he deserves all the good he gets, Dave.
And if he has done that with his house and that, and he deserves a lot of respect. To do what he's doing now.
Dave's been fucking bankrupt probably a million times, but he's risked everything to get where he is today, and he deserves everything he's got.
Brilliant.
He's a brilliant dad to his kids and everything. He's fantastic, Dave. I've got so much respect for him.
Yeah, I remember I met him once, and he went total nice guy. And
yeah, but he does get a lot of bad press. All that shit what were on the internet a bit ago. Did you see all that?
We did.
I rung him up and to offer me support and everything with Dave, but it angered me a rate like that. It pissed me right off.
But he's cool as a cucumber, and he handled it in the right way, didn't he?
Yeah. If he didn't retaliate and act daft, them all we're doing, they're fucking idiots, aren't they?
It's not.
I don't know whether it's jealousy or whatever it is, but...
Well, we wish him well, and I hope he's... Actually, you don't see much of him at the minute. I don't know if he's training. I mean, I assume he's still training in Rotherham, but... We said this with Paul. We see him on telly a few times. I ain't seen him in corner much lately since Baloo's finished.
Yeah, he's got a few kids, hasn't he? He's got the Thorpey Price. He's got that light heavyweight kid. He's got a few kids, hasn't he?
If you've got a winning record, I'll not know him.
Jordan Gill. Oh, you're interested in it?
More interested in me, mate. But talking about a good one, mate, you did mention him there. Gavin Rees.
Yeah, fought him twice.
Yeah.
First time I fought him, I can remember going at weigh-in the day before in Cardiff, and he got weighed in and everything. I thought, what the fuck? He looked like a 12-year-old. And then he got it ringed after. Fucking, he was massive. And he blew me out in about 30 seconds. He absolutely gave me a right shoeing. And then that when I was Ingles, and I fought him again when I was with Dave. I think I did about 5 rounds with him. And he still stood me on my head like that. I held a good account with my son on that second one.
You just filled out then on that first fight. You also fought Kevin Hooper, didn't you?
Kevin Hooper? Cleethorpes him?
Yeah, Grimsby lad.
Yeah.
You fought Wager.
Yeah.
And Wager come on, you know. It's funny you mention it about Reese. But he said same Wager. They had weighing just down at a pub just down here from where we are now. And Wager fought it. I've got him here. He said he looked skinny. He said he virtually just fought...
Gavin Reese who was fighting?
No, he was fighting...
Kevin Hooper, yeah.
And I wondered if he was the same. He said, a bit like I said about Reese, and he said, he saw him at weighing on Friday and he thought, I've got him, he looks drained, he looks no. And then he says, I saw him come to ring on Saturday, he says, is that his fucking twin brother?
Unbelievable.
You know what I mean? So it's amazing how your body can just fill out in 24 hours.
It's when they dry out, that's what they do, don't they? They dry out and just cut water and everything and then carb back up day after. It's amazing how much they can put on now.
Yeah.
But you look at like what Joe Calzaghe, he used to look terrible at weigh-ins. Look at Kel at weigh-ins, he looked shocking, and then day after he's like a fucking monster.
Yeah, they do look. I mean, Kel always looked a monster, didn't he? When he went in that ring, he looked. He
played that last fight with Khan, he was in great shape, man. He looked brilliant.
I think there were only ever one winner there, weren't there? We said that, didn't we, at the time? Yeah. What do you reckon if he'd have fought about 5 years ago or so?
I think a bit same again.
Do you think you would have been?
Kel's a right punch picker and his jab's fantastic. He nearly had Khan over with jab a few times, didn't he? In that fight. Khan was fantastic hand speed, but he couldn't punch for fuck.
Yeah, and he's always
he didn't have any power. I know he put me down a few times, but they were only flash knockdowns. I tried to flip back up, like.
They're a good flipper, mate. Weren't they getting up, lad?
No, nothing. So why did it in front of all them people on telly? Live telly, I don't fucking know.
You also fought Paul McCloskey as well, didn't you?
Yeah,
one of Khan's opponents.
He was very good, him, yeah.
He went off at radar a bit, didn't he? But he had a good career, didn't he?
Yeah,
and
after he fought Khan, he just went up, dingy hard, didn't he?
Because he'd done the hour work, and he'd gone from, all the way from start to finish, all the way to that world level, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he got on Sky, I think he got signed with Sky, and then he got the fight with Khan, didn't he? And he lost, and then he just went...
I think, didn't he fight that Brady Prescott after Khan?
Yeah,
sure
he did.
Him, didn't he?
Yeah.
But that McCloskey, I thought, he don't look much this kid. I think I'll run rings around him, and his body looked a bit flat and everything. His style looked crap, but it worked for him. He was very good, yeah.
I can watch
him, I think.
You what, mate?
I think I got stopped off him, if I'm right.
Yeah, he retired in third round, mate, on that itch I've got. And also, as well, I've got to mention him because he went What are you maniac with at weighting as well? Mr. Michael Gomez.
Oh, he was bomb put him. He right laughed at him. What a lad he was. When I fought that McCluskey, actually, I saw him that night and he was like, you coming out. Fucking, oh, he was fucking off his head.
Did he do what to you at weighting or out like that? Did he, or were he all right?
Yeah, well, I think when waiting for him, we had it at Dave's gym. He came down. We had it at Dave's gym.
Right.
And no, he were right as rain. So
I sometimes message Mike.
I think he were a couple of pound over, so he gave me a few £100 actually for that. So. And then when we got into fight, I was thinking it was a 6-2s that. Turned out it was a 6-3s. I've come flying out in first round, put everything in, thinking it was a 6-2s. It was 6-3s, and I was fucking knackered. I think I got through it on points like that.
Was he strong?
Yeah, but I fought him when he ran arse end of his career. I rated him. Like the Alex Arthur fight, unbelievable.
My favourite upset.
Yeah, one of my favourite fights that all time.
Never gets boring that fight, does it?
Don't know.
Never gets boring at all, mate.
But he'd be like Lee McAllister. He's a fucking balmy, that kid.
Yeah. If you ever get a chance to read his book, you know, it's probably one of the best I've ever read, is Michael.
Were he born in back of a car or something like that?
There's quite a lot of stories
Yeah.
that, in fact, you could... Well, I say you can write a book. They have done. You know what I mean? There's also a film. Wasn't there, going out about him as well?
Yeah, I've heard they made a film, didn't
but
they?
never really got.
I was looking forward to watching that.
Yeah, definitely. I'll have to borrow the book, mate. Just have a look through.
You go for a piss at boxing shows, you hear it in toilets. And how the fuck's that? He'd come out. All right. Laughing his nose. Fucking barman. That were on Sky shows a lot.
One of the best characters in boxing. You never knew what were going to come. In any fight, he could probably fight local bum and be absolutely useless, and then he'd come up and just do that against, like he did with Alex Arthur.
Oh yeah, when he put work in, he could have beat anybody. Gomez, couldn't he?
He was one of my favourites. Now I'll make sure I message him to tell him he's got a mention, definitely. A bit of a smaller one, but you know, you fought Paul Truscott as well, didn't you?
Yeah, he was good. Yeah,
I thought he was quite
Sunderland up that way.
Yeah,
he was very good. Him.
I used to see him a few times, and I thought I'd definitely give a mention. But he's not one who gets mentioned too much. But I have seen him fight a few times.
Forgot about him, but he was good prospect. Very good.
You had a fair few like that, mate, as well. But we've got to mention Crolla, haven't we?
Crolla,
Anthony Crolla.
Yeah, he'd be good. I think I fought him on Khan's undercard him.
Did you?
I was supposed to fight him once before, but I was badly. I'm gutted about that. And then I fought him on Khan's undercard. He stopped me, didn't he?
I think he did, yeah mate.
Yeah, he's a right nice kid, Anthony Crolla. I can remember coming out, I wrote phone to my brother after this, and him and Farnell were outside of me, and my brother said, "How did you get on?" I said, "I got fucking robbed again," and they were pissing the centre outside of me. Fuck off, Thorpe, you daft cunt.
Everyone says he's a generally nice guy as well, Crolla.
I don't think I've met anybody in boxing who I can say he's a cunt, really. I don't like.
That's nice to hear.
Everybody I've met in boxing has been fantastic, brilliant.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, mate. I really am. You also had Tommy Coyle and all, didn't you? You did him twice.
Tommy Coyle, yeah.
Could he bang? Was he strong?
I'll tell you a story about that. Second time he could. But when I went self-managed when I fought him, and there were a fella on board called Jeff Bolter on boxing board, area council, and I used to have to phone him when I got offered fights, and that I used to have to phone him first for him to okay him. But why he needed I thought he's never had a pair of fucking gloves in his life. What's he know about it? I'd had over 100 fights. And I can remember when I got offered that Tommy Coyle fight, he says, "I'm not sure about this, and I don't think we should let you do this." I says, "Jeff, I'll be right as rain." So anyway, he ended up agreeing to it. Sailed through first fight, no problem. Messed him about, no problem. And then I fought him a bit after. I think should have been at Metrodome, to be honest.
What it?
I think when Curtis Woodhouse fought Steffi Bull.
Right.
In that undercard. And he stopped. He gave me a right body shot first round. That Tommy Coyle fucking. He just crippled me. That I couldn't get up from that. No way.
Powerful.
Probably the best body shot I've been hit with that. Yeah.
That's so no. I say you're a good kid. One he was Tommy. Said he had a bit of a bang about him.
Yeah.
Another one I used to enjoy watching. He were always up there, but never made it to the top.
Oh, he was super dedicated.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
And like I said, he got that. He got that big fight with Luke Campbell, didn't he? But he fell short in the end.
Yeah, that's when you see difference in it. That's when you see levels.
Yeah, it is, and it's a shame when they
you
can't
can get so far in determination and all the rest of it. Like John Thaxton, when he first started at Brendan, he was crap, but he was so determined and dedicated and everything, and he was in right nick. And I think without that, he wouldn't have got as far as he did. But,
you've got to be dedicated to your craft, mate.
But there's some kids like your Nazers and stuff. They just walk in and they've got it. And
Got
you know
it,
what I mean? It's not fair, is it?
No,
not at all.
not when you're putting out work and you see someone like that. You just shake your head, don't you, mate? It must have been a pleasure to be with Naz in that gym.
Oh,
I bet he brought a right buzz, didn't he?
I'm telling you now, there were nobody on this planet that could punch like him. Power that came from him were unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. He'd hit you from that far away, and he'd just fucking cripple you, and he'd just get you with silly. You'd think you were completely covered up like that, and he'd put his hand and fucking whip it up at the last minute, and he'd cripple. Oh, he was unbelievable power he had, and he could have fought 20 rounds no problem. We'd spar with Johnny and Clifton Mitchell and that. He'd fucking toe to toe with them proper, and he'd hurt them and all that. Fucking unbelievable.
And the weight difference was massive between them, wasn't it? I bet.
Fuck, he was like there on me. Naz was about 5'3" or something like that. He was tiny.
You just didn't think that Power would be with him, would you?
No, but I think that's what his downfall, weren't it, Naz? Before that, he used to his style and everything. He was just phenomenal to watch, weren't he? And then as somebody started knocking him out in first round, he just packed in. He thought he just had to turn up, didn't he? But
yeah.
Then he got found out when he took it to... You can't do that when you're fighting Barrera, can you?
No.
You're still living round here, Naz, or...?
Yeah, he was in London, I think, innit? He was,
I don't know.
He was in paper, he was living outside at Queen or something, at Windsor. He's fucking massive, isn't he?
Oh, he's huge, isn't he?
But he deserves it, though, doesn't he? Fucking, he put all his life into it.
Listen, some career, mate.
Oh, but I don't think we ever saw his full potential. I think he could have been the best ever. Like talking Muhammad Ali's, Mayweather's, I think he could have been the best.
He was definitely a super talent, wasn't he, at sport?
I think money ruined him now, didn't it?
I never liked him, He was a joy to watch. And
he was a cocky fucker, but I'll tell you what, minute I walked in Brendan Ingles' gym, he was the same then. He was the same when he was 7-year-old. Right, Larry, fucker, gobby twat and all that, so no ever changed. But I think he just turned a bit nasty when that money fucking ruined him, yes men and arse kissing.
Yeah, you get that, don't you, mate? You can keep your yes men.
But you've got to think about that. You're 21 year old or whatever, and you've got all that fame. Yeah. Somebody give me 10 grand tomorrow, I'd be swanning around like big-headed twat in pub and that. So you've got that much fame and fortune, it's going to affect you, innit? Yeah. Especially when you've grown up having fuck all. So.
I can remember he used to walk around Meadowhall and he was there with all his big cronies. He always look at Rolexes and stuff.
Yeah.
But listen, like you said, he earned it. He had the talent.
Yeah.
And good luck to him, like he said. But we'll go back to lower levels now, mate. We can't top Naz, can we? But apologies for this, but we've got Liam Walsh.
Liam Walsh? Oh, Liam Walsh boxer?
Yeah. I'm just apologising to Liam, so we've come down a little bit, you know what I mean, from Naz. We can't really top that. And
you were a good boxer, Liam Walsh.
Yeah, he certainly was. That's why I wanted to mention him.
I think I had a bit of a breakdown when I fought him, to be honest. Walsh brothers you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just split up with my missus then. I've got lads too, and I were in a bit of a bad way. I can remember that fight. I just went down and I started roaring in the ring and fucking having in a bit of a tangle then. But he was, I think it was his debut. I fought him actually. They all fought, didn't they, on the same night?
Yes.
Yeah.
They were a good little family, weren't they, Walsh?
Yeah. You think he's best at a lot of them, innit?
Yeah, I think he was. But sorry to I say first round. He says first round, you were a knockout, but obviously you've gone down, haven't you? If your head's not right, like we mentioned on many occasions, mate, you're not going to get through, are you?
Oh no, your head's got to be at the right place.
Yeah.
And even being a journeyman, you've got to be fit. I always, like you say, I were always in decent enough shape. With this unlicensed, I don't train once and can win and fly through it, no problem. But with pro boxing, you've got to be fit, especially when you're boxing every week. You've got to be to get through with them rounds with some kids who are making a living out of it. They're doing it twice a day. You've got to be fit and in good shape.
There's one thing about being a German, you don't need to spar much, do you? Because you're
every week. Not like what you're fighting every week, no.
I think that's, just thinking about it, like you're saying, obviously you're going through a bit of a rough patch. You can't take really take any time off either, can you? If if you're fighting week to week.
Oh, no, that's it. I was
off.
constantly dieting just from week to week because phone and ring it. Sometimes I'd like have 9 weeks on trot, just boxing every single week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shortest notice fight then, mate. How long?
Probably that one at Neats when he woke up and went to Scotland.
Yeah, there's been loads on day.
Yeah.
Just got home from work, got a phone call, do you want to box tonight? There's been loads. Oh, yeah.
Obviously, close to the time it is, the more you get, I assume.
More money?
Yeah.
Nah, we didn't change really.
No?
Just got the usual money.
That's been outdone, the Thorpey. A few told me they got extra when they were getting late calls.
There's some of them did. I like Glen Rhodes once for me to fight. What it now? Ross Birkin's show.
I've got him on list next, so we'll talk about Ross. What a character.
He told me to fight him, and that because it were last minute, and I were a lot heavier than Ross then. I think he gave me an extra 400 quid, something like that. So it weren't bad. But most of the time, like I said, I wouldn't have asked for it anyway. I was soft as shit.
Yeah.
It was like £1,000 minimum, so when I've been at work all the 300 quid a week, £1,000 for fucking 1 week's work, no problem.
I think I didn't say, to be fair.
I mean, you work. I mean, most journeymen do work, don't they, as well?
Yeah.
So, obviously, it's understandable that some of them, you know, when they've got a bit of money, they get a bit giddy, don't they, some of them? Were you a bit of a spender, Thorpey, or were you a saver?
I pissed it up well. To be fair, I've got an house. I've still got a mortgage, but I don't know whether I'd have, with jobs I've had, I don't know whether I'd been able to get an house. I would have eventually, but it got me an house and everything. Yeah. I've still got a mortgage, not a big mortgage, but that's one regret. I wish I'd have paid my house off and what have you.
Yeah.
Been a bit smarter with money I got.
Yeah, I can imagine that. I mean, I think if I'd have been saying we're getting £1,000 in your pocket every week, I think I'd be straight to chuffing clothes shop, buying out.
That's it. You take it for granted. That's the thing. I did earn. I earned money, and if I needed a new car out, I'd think, I never had to save. I just think a couple of weeks, 2 fights, I've got one.
I'd have never been out to bookies, me. Our lass would have been taking trouble.
I've never been one for gambling. I'm more into parties, clubs and all that.
I follow your mate, so I back you the same on.
No good betting up wrong, kid.
It's your cricket bets, though.
I'm a big fan of Zimbabwe on cricket. They do cost me a fortune, them. They most certainly do. But Ross Birkinshaw were a good lad, wasn't
he? Yeah. Super fit.
Super fit.
Right fit. I hit him at everything I got that night, and he took it all. And I were a lot heavier than Ross. Super fit, that kid, yeah.
He's a good kid and all. I sometimes have a coffee with him sometimes. And...
he puts 1 or 2 bits on Facebook.
He likes his eyes.
He loves his social media. And he's a nice kid, Ross.
And if one wants to come on for this,
he likes sounding his own voice, doesn't he, old Ross? Right. He can talk about his send.
I recognise his name. I'm just trying. I can't picture. I think I've seen him on Instagram.
Yeah, I think he's like.
There's a lot of them though.
Yeah, he was looking.
He's doing all right for his son, Ross.
Yeah, he's got a new gym now, hasn't he, as well?
Babby and that, He were going out with a lass I went to school with, and I thought that were all marriage for life and all that, but it didn't work out.
You never know. You never know what happens behind closed doors.
That's singing it.
And you said that Derry Matthews was decent.
Oh, brilliant, right good. And that was another thing. No one had to phone that Jeff Bolter. To OK fights. I phoned him and he says, I says, am I all right boxing Derry Matthews? He went, he's shot now. He's no problem. I thought, Sam, no worries. Went in, we were on a routine 6-round rig. Just when he'd moved up to lightweight, because he used to box at bantamweight, didn't he? In first round, he gave me a fucking idea. He did. I was right impressed with it. But he ended up, he held me up for the rest of the fight, did me a favour.
Yeah, that was good, mate, wasn't it?
So I could live to see another week next week,
I'd like to meet Derry, actually.
Yeah, right nice kid, Derry Matthews.
I think he's got...
That Journeyman book, if you're reading that Journeyman book, there's something in that Mark Turley got it wrong, and it's like I'm slagging Derry off in that, saying he was crap.
Yeah.
He's got wrong. They got it wrong way around.
We need to do a Journeyman book too. I keep mentioning this. We need to get a Journeyman. There's too many who want in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there is. Lord Dunny weren't in it. Well,
no, Dunny won't go in it. Peter Butler refused to go in it. So we could do it another one.
Me with Johnny Greaves out, King at Journeyman. I think, fuck off, fucking King at Journeyman. You used to get fucking punched all up fucking ring. Fucking king at journeyman's somebody like who could look after us and come out with our mark on him. He used to get right fucking hiding.
He's on front cover with a big cut, innit?
Yeah. You fucking crap. He's a very nice kid, Johnny Greaves, like the fucking king at journeyman, fucking arseholes.
He's the one who gets mentioned, like he says, like Thorpey just said, there's the one who said the king of the journey gets mentioned as.
Yeah, he got his thing off boxing boards, luncheon and all that. Then he got Hall of Fame or something.
Oh, right. Did I get all Thorpey?
I didn't even get. I've not even got my certificate. That's something I want. That.
Yeah.
Right, like you used to get a certificate off boxing board for completing 100 fights, but I never got it.
You never got home?
No.
Right, wait till I see.
Yeah, get phoning up and complaining.
I bloody will. Tell them. In fact, when I get out in this studio, I'm straight to him. I'll give him a golden glove and all.
It's a Sunday, mate. It might be a bit quiet.
Well, they'll get it in morning, first thing when they wake up. That is for sure. You also fought Darren Hamilton and all, didn't you, mate?
Darren Hamilton, that was I think he was in Sheffield, yeah.
Were you always promoted by Spencer Fearon? Because you were always like bigging him up, like, wasn't he? Yeah. Did you reckon much to him?
Yeah, he weren't bad. I think he wrote special. Yeah, he thought that's okay. It's beat for British title, weren't it? Yeah, yeah. But he was strong and fit, but I didn't think he wrote fantastic. Really, he was just a straightforward boxer bit.
So Khan were the best for you, mate, were he?
Definitely.
Do you know what I'm going to ask you at Thorpey is? I mean, if you might say I don't know, I can't know much about him. But one thing, there's only really you who mentioned Peter Butley. Do you know about Smith Brothers and his stories? Did you meet them a couple of times?
Yeah, I used to sit and have a fag with them, both of them. They were hard as fucking nails there, but fucking story that I've heard, I don't know how true it is, but he killed his son, didn't he? But what story I heard, that I think it was about a year later today. Yeah. I think Billy went and
did the same,
in the exact same spot where he did it like that.
In fact, I think
so I think he was struggling coping without him, like, but they were good lads, are they?
Yeah, and I think it's the anniversary next week at Ernie.
Yeah.
I think it's 13 years next week on the 27th. But you see, when I used to, I mean, it's some years ago now, when I was younger, they were always on What Smith Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
They were always on
every fight, yeah.
And they were always, like you just said, proper hard as nails.
Oh, yeah.
And like I said, were they nice kids as well?
Yeah, they were just like wrestlers, Buckley. He were a good crack, but he weren't just journeyman, though. Like, you'd sit and there'd be a world champion outside you having crack with you. Yeah. They were brilliant, fantastic. That's one thing I miss about boxing now.
Mm.
And you got that amount of respect you got off people, especially other boxers. It was fantastic.
So we now know that the Smith brothers were also in Thorpey's smoking group and all. That
well, we're going to have to mention another one then. Your partner in crime, Peter Dunn, our first guest. And,
yeah, Dunny, he's a good lad, Dunny. He's back fags in and all now, isn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah,
he smoked that time we met him, did he?
No, he didn't smoke when we met him.
But he used to like his weed and all that stuff.
Oh, right.
Dunny, didn't he? But, he's packed in with that and all now. But so he looks better now than he
did when he was boxing.
No.
Yeah, well, he was another one we saw at Metrodome when we saw you and he didn't end up fighting, did he? Because it all kicked off.
Oh, did he? Did that?
Yeah, he got paid though.
Yeah, that's main thing.
He come out happy as well, did he? Well, I got paid.
He's too brave for his own good. We once fought in Leeds on one of them unlicensed shows. I fought a kid who looked like Mike Tyson. So I got in there straight away. I went straight on deck. And I thought, fuck that. Then Dunny got in. I'm telling you, but Anthony Joshua's double size. And Dunny got in his first round, winging away. He got a right eye, and he come back. He went, he's not that bad. I said, you fucking what are we doing in his corner? I said, you fucking mad. It's not that bad. Knock it fuck out of you. I said, go in second round and just jump off fucking floor, you silly bastard. No, I'm all right. I said, you fuck all right. Your cuts are fucking ribbons. Fucking, and he went back. He went and took a knee like. I was like, fuck for that.
I said that one at smarter ones want that for. Yeah, definitely.
That's the thing I've always said. All these people that pat them on back, telling them how tough they are, where they're going to be when you need your ass wiping in 10 years' time.
Yeah.
It's all right entertaining people, but you've got to think about what it's doing to you. It's not good to get smashed around the face, is it? It is nice to see and that when you see these, like your Ernie Smiths and all that can take all hammer, but it can't do you any good, can it? And,
no. sometimes taking an E every so often saves you for a while, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Most certainly. But yeah, he's a good kid. He's done it. But hey, he got on that. Yeah, he got. I said to Dunny, I said, "Where's Thorpey gone?" He says, "Oh, he's gone home." I said, "Oh, I wanted to see him." And I said, "When you
I
on?"
didn't know you were there that night. To be fair,
No, we didn't know you were on until night.
No, we didn't.
And then obviously there was a good fight on with one of Kirkwood's top fighters. And
has he got it?
You what?
Has he got it? Was that like Tom Cook or something like that?
I can't remember, but he's sold a fair few tables. But lad who we were in with as well, I can't properly remember his name, but I messaged him because I thought it'd be brilliant for going on road because he handled himself pretty well against the lad. But I think he'd also set a couple of tables and they made a mistake putting
them together, didn't they?
Put them together.
Oh, right.
So when they were like at it in ring, you just saw steel chairs going everywhere like WWF. And to be fair, announcer did brilliantly to say, right, that's it, it's over. And
they asked them, they were more than patient, weren't they? But there's always them, when he decided that they will not drop it, will not leave it.
It's just when they get
exactly, yeah.
It's like when you're watching Rocky films, isn't it? They've had a beer and all that.
We were stood on balcony, weren't we, with Pete? The cases have been paid up. We were watching it all, and Bobby's turned up, and just ruins it all. Stupid.
He were working that night, and he had to go back to work.
He come straight from the Ivy's on.
Yeah.
He said to me, he said, I'm working till 6. I'm coming through. I'm fighting. I've got to go home, have a couple of hours kip, and I'm back up at 6 in the morning again. The journeyman work. It never changes, mate, does it?
It doesn't do. What a boy.
But it's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you, Thorpey.
Right.
I hope you enjoyed coming.
Yeah, been good, yeah.
Yeah, it's been good to see you. We'll probably see you again.
Yeah, I'll do it again, no problem.
Yeah,
we'll definitely see you, mate. We'll be about now. You're definitely one of us now, mate. So, all the best, pal, yeah?
The Journeyman Cave is produced by James Proud. Music by Ryan Carrier. Special thanks to Rhythm Inc. Studios for hosting. All views expressed are of the guests only. The Journeyman Cave and host bear no responsibility for any opinions given. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter @The Journeyman Cave.